Get ready, because the news cycle is spinning faster than ever, and we've got the absolute must-know updates that you cannot afford to miss. From mind-bending AI reimaginings of classic movies to the latest buzz in Hollywood, and even a deep dive into what it takes to achieve that iconic superhero physique, it's all happening right now. Stick around, because you're about to get the inside scoop on stories that are capturing the world's attention, and you're hearing it here first. We're kicking things off with a viral sensation that's got everyone talking: the Avengers, but reimagined as a 90s Hollywood blockbuster. Imagine your favorite Marvel heroes with a cast straight out of a vintage movie magazine. The AI magic behind this is truly something to behold. Get ready for a dose of pure nostalgia with a futuristic twist. Next up, we're diving into the world of cinema with a look at the new film, Honey Don't. Directed by Coen and Tricia Cooke, this movie is packed with star power and a unique storyline set in the desert. We'll break down what critics are saying and whether this cinematic adventure lives up to the hype. Is it a must-see or a miss? And finally, we're getting practical with a deep dive into the workout routines of the stars. Specifically, we're putting Chris Evans' Captain America training regimen to the test. What does it really take to get that superhero physique? We've got the details, the struggles, and the results. Don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Take my money. The Avengers, AI recast as a 90s Hollywood movie, goes viral. Prepare for a blast from the past with a futuristic twist. An AI-generated video has taken the internet by storm, reimagining the iconic Avengers franchise as if it were a blockbuster hit from the 1990s. This isn't just a simple mashup. It's a meticulously crafted alternate reality where today's Marvel heroes are replaced by the A-list stars who dominated the silver screen during the era of pagers and grunge music. The result? A VHS-era fever dream that has viewers clamoring for its existence, with comments flooding in from people eager to jump into a parallel universe to watch it. The brilliance of this AI creation lies in its casting choices, which have sparked widespread debate and delight. Imagine Tom Cruise stepping into the swaggering boots of Tony Stark, channeling the cocky genius that made Iron Man a household name. The AI vision suggests Cruise's intensity and stunt-driven persona would have been a perfect fit for the role, offering a different flavor of charisma than Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal. Then there's Brad Pitt as Captain America, embodying the stoic heroism that Steve Rogers demands, a natural progression from his roles in critically acclaimed films. Perhaps one of the most universally praised selections is Dolph Lundgren as Thor. His imposing physique and commanding presence, honed from his days as a formidable action star, make him a compelling choice to wield Mjolnir, especially given his prior Marvel history as the Punisher. Further down the lineup, Angelina Jolie's enigmatic and action-ready persona from her 90s and early 2000s filmography makes her a natural fit for Natasha Romanoff, a role that predates her later iconic turns as Lara Croft. David Duchovny, known for his captivating work in The X-Files, is pegged as the perfect 90s casting for Hank Pym, bringing a unique blend of mystery and intensity. Kevin Costner, with his heroic turn in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, is envisioned as Hawkeye, a fitting choice for an expert archer. And for the villainous Loki, the casting of Jim Carrey offers an intriguing departure, showcasing his potential to blend comedic timing with a darker, more menacing edge, a facet of his talent that has become more apparent in his later career. The technological wizardry behind this viral hit involves a sophisticated blend of AI tools. Platforms like DALL-E or Midjourney are employed to generate hyperrealistic images of the actors in character, followed by animation software such as Kyber and Runway to bring these stills to life. However, a common side effect of AI trained on current data means many actors appear with their present-day likeness rather than their 90s prime, a minor inconsistency that hasn't deterred audiences from embracing the concept. The sheer ingenuity and the flood of nostalgic casting ideas have resonated deeply, with fans expressing a fervent desire to see these alternate casting choices realized, proving that the power of imagination, amplified by AI, can create truly captivating content. Now, let's shift gears from the digital realm to the silver screen as we explore a critically acclaimed new film. Next, we're diving into the world of cinema with a look at the new film, Honey Don't, directed by Coen and Tricia Cooke. Honey Don't, review, a star-studded lesbian trifle that sadly lacks focus. In the sun-drenched, desolate landscapes of Bakersfield, California, director Coen and co-writer Tricia Cooke present Honey Don't, a neo-noir mystery that, while brimming with star power and a distinctively Coen-esque flair, ultimately struggles to maintain a cohesive narrative. Clocking in at 89 minutes, the film centers on private detective Honey O'Donoghue, portrayed with captivating coolness by Margaret Qualley, who embarks on a perplexing case that leads her through a labyrinth of red herrings and morally ambiguous characters. The plot kicks off with Honey investigating what appears to be a car crash in the desert, only to discover it might be linked to a missing client. This initial mystery quickly entwines with the presence of local cop Marty, Charlie Day, a sleazy church leader and drug dealer named Drew Devlin, Chris Evans, and a potential connection with police records officer M.G. Aubrey Plaza. Qualley's performance as Honey O'Donoghue is undoubtedly a highlight, imbuing the character with a vaguely 1940s noir sensibility that contrasts beautifully with the harsh desert setting. Her interactions with the endearingly clueless Marty and the more alluring MG are well played, hinting at intriguing character dynamics. Chris Evans, as the charismatic yet morally corrupt Reverend Devlin, delivers a performance that leans into his strengths for broader comedic roles, portraying a slick huckster with a side hustle in illicit substances. However, the film's narrative structure is its most significant challenge. Honey Don't is described as the second installment in a planned trilogy of lesbian capers by Coen and Cooke, following Drive Away Dolls. While it shares that film's dark humor and curiosity about human nature, Honey Don't feels less sharp and more loosely constructed. The plot meanders through a series of barely connected crimes, leaving Honey more as an observer than an active solver of the mysteries presented. The film excels in its aesthetic, from the stylish opening credits to the final frame, boasting impressive visuals and sound design. Yet, its narrative's loosey-goosey approach, while perhaps intentional, often results in a lack of focus. The introduction of various subplots and characters, including Honey's goth niece, her harried sister, and a mysterious French woman on a moped, adds to the film's eclectic charm but also contributes to its overall flimsiness. Despite these shortcomings, Coen and Cooke infuse the film with a palpable joyfulness that largely carries it through. The film also boldly wears its sexuality, celebrating lesbian identity and desire as a form of defiance against the world's adversities. Moments like MG and Honey's playful argument in a crowded bar or Honey's defiant act of covering a MAGA sticker with a feminist one underscore this theme. While Honey Don't attempts to delve into poignant themes about self-perception and the nature of victimhood, for survivors, it ultimately falters in making its disparate elements cohere into a satisfying whole. The film's ensemble cast, including Charlie Day, Kristen Connolly, and Lyra Abova, all contribute to the quirky atmosphere, but the narrative threads don't always tie together effectively. Despite its narrative fragmentation, the film's unique world building and its creator's evident passion make it a memorable, albeit imperfect, cinematic experience. It's a journey through a quirky, silly world that, despite its flaws, leaves a lasting impression. We've seen how Hollywood stars bring characters to life on screen, but what about the intense physical preparation behind those iconic roles? Next, we're breaking down a specific training regimen. Honey Don't, review, a star-studded lesbian trifle that sadly lacks focus. Coen, now working without his brother Joel, teams up with his wife Tricia Cooke for Honey Don't, the latest installment in their envisioned trilogy of lesbian capers, following Drive Away Dolls. This neo-noir comedy, set against the bleak backdrop of Bakersfield, California, aims to capture a similar blend of dark humor, quirky characters, and a distinctly Coen-esque exploration of human nature, albeit with a breezier, more overtly sexual undercurrent that Cooke's influence is credited with bringing. While Drive Away Dolls was noted for its sharp focus, Honey Don't seems to spread itself a bit too thin, resulting in a film that, while enjoyable, lacks the same precision. The film centers on Margaret Qualley as Honey O'Donoghue, a private detective who finds herself drawn into a convoluted case involving a suspicious death in the desert. Her investigation leads her to a local church and its charismatic, yet manipulative, leader, Reverend Drew Devlin, played by Chris Evans. The narrative also introduces Police Records Officer MG, portrayed by Aubrey Plaza, and a host of other eccentric characters that populate this desolate landscape. Quali, a returning presence from Drive-Away Dolls, once again proves to be a compelling screen presence, exuding a likable ingenue quality that feels both authentic and subtly knowing. Her portrayal of Honey, while not overtly comedic, carries an undercurrent of shared understanding with the audience, making her a relatable anchor in the film's unfolding chaos. Honey Don't boldly embraces themes of sexuality and identity, showcasing the characters' unapologetic assertion of their desires as a form of armor against the harsh realities they face. The film highlights moments of defiant self-expression, such as a public display of affection between Honey and MG, or Honey's symbolic act of defacing a political bumper sticker. This unapologetic exploration of female sexuality and agency is a key element of the Coen-Cooke collaboration, offering a fresh perspective within the neo-noir genre. However, the film's narrative coherence is its most significant hurdle. While the individual elements, the performances, the quirky dialogue, the atmospheric setting are often entertaining, they don't always coalesce into a tightly woven plot. The introduction of numerous subplots and characters, including Honey's family members and an enigmatic Frenchwoman, adds to the film's eclectic charm, but also dilutes its focus, leaving the audience to grapple with a sense of narrative diffusion. Chris Evans, in his role as Reverend Devlin, leans into broader comedic territory, effectively portraying a character who is both slick and sinister. Aubrey Plaza brings her signature deadpan delivery to MG, creating an interesting dynamic with Quali's Honey. Despite the film's structural weaknesses and a tendency to feel somewhat unfocused, the overall joyfulness exuded by the filmmakers and the cast, particularly Quali, makes Honey Don't a worthwhile, if flawed, cinematic experience. The film attempts to explore deeper themes about survivors' self-perception and the complexities of victimhood, but its execution in these areas is somewhat underdeveloped. Nevertheless, the unique world that Coen and Cooke have constructed, filled with its spiky humor and oddball characters, offers a distinctive viewing experience that, despite its imperfections, leaves one curious about the continuation of their cinematic journey. From the fictional world of cinema, we're now turning to the real-world dedication required to embody larger-than-life characters. Next, we'll explore a specific training routine. I tried Chris Evans' Captain America workout, and it wasn't what I expected. Embodying Captain America, a superhero enhanced by the super soldier serum, requires a physique that represents the pinnacle of human physical perfection, a daunting task for any actor. Chris Evans, tasked with bringing Steve Rogers to life in Captain America, the first Avenger, underwent a rigorous 7-month transformation under the guidance of British PT Simon Watterson. The goal was not just to build muscle, but to sculpt a specific aesthetic, emphasizing a powerful back and broad shoulders to give the impression that Rogers carried the weight of his shield even when it wasn't visible. Watterson focused on creating a powerful V-taper, ensuring Evans's physique looked commanding and athletic. Curious to experience this transformation firsthand, I attempted a back and shoulders workout designed by Watterson. The routine included exercises like clean and jerks, dumbbell thrusters, renegade rows, shoulder taps, and push-ups. The clean and jerks immediately impressed with their full-body engagement, requiring explosive power from the ground up to an overhead catch. This compound movement truly felt like it built the kind of strength and agility needed for a superhero. Following this were dumbbell thrusters, which effectively targeted the deltoids, inducing a satisfying pump through higher repetitions that tested muscular endurance. However, not all exercises lived up to expectations. Renegade rows, while intended to work the back, felt more like a core challenge for me. Maintaining stability with heavier weights proved difficult, leading to a focus on core engagement rather than significant back stimulation. Similarly, shoulder taps performed in a plank position felt surprisingly easy, offering minimal challenge to the core or shoulders, suggesting that alternative exercises might be more effective for developing that specific area. The workout concluded with push-ups, a classic bodyweight exercise that, while hitting the deltoids, felt somewhat out of place in a back and shoulders-focused session. While enjoyable, modifications like clap push-ups could have enhanced the athletic intensity. Overall, the workout session lasted between 30 to 40 minutes. While it provided a good pump and a sense of athletic engagement, it left me questioning its efficiency in achieving the complete superhero physique Evans displayed. Evans himself has spoken of spending up to 2 hours in the gym, focusing on heavy compound movements. This particular routine felt like a component of a much larger, more intense training regimen. The exercises are well chosen for overall conditioning and explosive power, but the perceived effectiveness for a truly sculpted superhero frame relies heavily on the context of a broader, more comprehensive training plan and potentially a more demanding approach to the prescribed repetitions and weights. We've covered viral AI recreations, intriguing new films, and the intense physical demands of superhero roles. Now, let's recap the biggest stories of the day. That's all the buzz for today. We saw the Avengers reimagined as a 90s movie thanks to AI. We got a critical look at Ethan Coen and Tricia Cooke's new film, Honey Don't. And we put Chris Evans' Captain America workout to the test. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Tom's Spotlight for more daily updates, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let us know in the comments which story you found most interesting, and follow us on all social media platforms for behind-the-scenes content. We'll see you next time.